Hey YouTube, so this video is not a way to stop haters, okay? It's a way to stop haters in their track, but you will not be able to stop people leaving negative comments, okay? It's gonna happen. It's a fact of life, okay? So hopefully the advice I'm about to give you today will hopefully help you to deal with it, okay? And my advice applies not only to YouTube, okay? It applies to the real world, it applies... I know YouTube is the real world. Ooh. That was weird. Sorry about that. See, I'm not filming a ghost video today and I get bloody orbs. So anyway, as I was about to say, my advice applies to people face to face, you know, whether it's friends, family, you know, relationships and stuff like that. Whether you're at school, work, college, anything. All applies to that. So make sure you listen. So first of all, there are a few types of haters. There are people who do just think it's funny to go out and leave a stupid comment because it's funny. But again, all of the different types of haters there are all lead back to the same thing. There's something going on in their life that's bothering them and they're trying to take it out on you. Okay, 9 times out of 10 that's what it is. If you're an internet celebrity, then I'm sorry, you've signed up for YouTube, you've put yourself out there quite a lot. If you're getting millions of viewers, chances are someone is going to leave something negative. That will probably just be jealousy. Okay, so the first thing to do, if you're not a celebrity, if you're just like some dork like me, you know, just filming random videos, then the first thing you can do is, when you see this hateful comment, read it. Read it all the way through, but don't respond, because your first instinct, if someone tells you, oh, you suck, no one cares what you're saying, you know, your first instinct is, you know, how dare you, blah, 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 and you'll just start, you know, it just goes in full circle, okay? So just stop. Even if you have to walk away from your computer or whatever you're using for 10 minutes, just wait 10 minutes before responding, okay? What you can do is you can go and look at their profile, and I can almost guarantee you that 9 times out of 10, they've got no videos, okay? You'll see they've got no videos and all they've got is comments. You know, so-and-so commented on blah, blah, blah. So just don't worry about it. They're obviously not that important. But I want you to take a different approach. I want you to take a different approach next time you get a hateful comment. Like I said, read it and wait 10 minutes before you respond. But before you respond, think of this, okay? This is the only analogy I can give you. Why are they leaving that comment? Okay, think about it that way. You can try responding with something positive, you know, like, I hope you have a better day. And a lot of people, if you've hated on me in the past, you probably received a very similar response privately. Or sometimes in the comments. Do I just do it because it's the right thing to do? No. I do it because I genuinely feel this way, okay? Think back to the hardest point in your life, okay? A time when you have been so upset, so angry at everyone. Would you have left a negative comment on someone's videos? Probably not. If you're, you know, if you're sane and, you know, you've got healthy ways to deal with it, you probably wouldn't have done it. So think how bad them life must be for them to do that. Okay, bearing in mind your worst point in your life and you never did it. How bad, how lonely, sad, upset, angry, everything must they be feeling in order to do that? You know, I've said it in the past as well. People leaving hateful comments does hurt me. Not because of what they're saying, but because of the fact that they're saying it. You know, they're that upset. And I don't like seeing people upset. There's not something I like at all. So just think about that. So try responding with kindness. The longer you take to respond to the comment, the nicer your comment will sound. You don't have to answer comments straight away. Okay, don't feel like you're backing down by not answering straight away. You're doing the smart thing. You're taking time out. Okay, so you need to do that. Just take some time out and really think about why this person's done it. Okay? If you know who the person is and something I've had recently, but if you know who the person is, and you know there's no way, or if there is no way of getting through to them, and they're just leaving stupid comment after comment, and it's going nowhere, just delete them. If you really feel that the comments are getting ridiculous and abusive, YouTube do have a feature, and they are quite good when it comes to things like this. You can click report abuse on that person's profile, and what that will do is it will take you through a process. So I know a lot of people that hate me are going to sit there now and try and report me, but what YouTube do is they read through every comment you submit, or that person submitted. You know, you have to click, there's this whole process basically, and you have to click which comments you want to report and videos you want to report and stuff. And at the end there is an option to block the person, okay? So just do that if it's getting too much. But otherwise, just block the person or ignore them. It's all you can do. Some people you just can't get through to. So don't waste your time on it. Now, a lot of people think I'm a wimp because I back down from arguments all the time. I'm not a wimp. If I absolutely had to, I'm sure I could probably defend myself verbally. I'm not talking physically. I don't do physical. I'm not stupid enough. Okay, physical violence gets nowhere. Okay, it solves absolutely nothing, and it's not on my radar. It's pointless. If someone was to mug me in the streets, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, I'd have him, I'd beat him up. I wouldn't. Okay, I'd try and get a lucky blow and run. Okay, I value my life enough to say that. Okay, you're only here, beliefs and religion aside, you're only here once. Okay, you're here for a very short time. Don't waste it on this crap, you know. And the same goes for verbal violence. If someone face to face is giving you aggro, whether it's at work, home, school, anywhere, and I know everyone says ignore it, but seriously, try and ignore it. If you want to respond with something nasty, then just take the same process. Wait 10 minutes, okay? And then think about it. Think, if I say this, what's this person going to say back? What are the consequences of it? So a good analogy I've got is, and I've used this in the past, but it's probably not going to come out right now because I'm trying to do this in one take. So we've got a glass, okay? It represents a person, okay? And the glass should be empty, but I don't have an empty glass. Whatever. So anyway, you've got an empty glass, okay, and you've got a jug of water, okay? That glass is empty at the moment. So it's just a person. It's not a hater. It's just a person. Now, in that jug of water, that water represents negative stuff. It represents, you know, whether it's relationship problems, you know, with a family member or partners, whether it's bullying at school, whether it's abuse, whether it's just general, maybe you've lost a job, maybe you've failed an exam. Absolutely everything negative is in there, okay? Now you start pouring that into that glass, into that person, okay? There is only so much that glass can hold, okay? They need to release it. They need to get rid of that anger, okay? So they need to empty this glass, okay? This glass is up here now, and it needs to be emptied, okay? So what they're going to do, they're going to fill someone else's glass up so that they can take more, okay? So that they can handle more, you know, negative feelings. And that's what people are doing. But instead of pouring that crap straight back into them, you need to just ignore it, or respond with kindness, because I've said it before, kindness is like, it's like acid or something. And I'm not going into a science lesson here, okay? So any silly comments about science, just forget it, okay? But acid will burn everything, okay? Kindness is like acid. Kindness can eliminate absolutely everything. So, you know, you really need to try and respond with kindness. And if you can't, just ignore it. And if you're thinking about responding to someone with something nasty, just, apart from trying to think about what I've told you here today, try and think of it this way, okay? You're going to end up arguing. I'm starting to swing on my chair, aren't I? You're going to start an argument. And what is the point in arguing with people? Don't feel like you've backed down, because at the end of the day, who's going to live longer, okay? Think about the last time you were so stressed out, okay, with an argument. You were probably shaking, angry, frustrated. You're not going to be able to get your say out, and you probably feel quite sick, so you probably won't be able to eat. You know, think what that's doing to your body. Every time you argue, this is the way I try and see it. Every time you argue with someone, you're probably knocking 10 years off your life. You know, life is short enough as it is. Why waste your time arguing with people? Okay? So just think about that next time. So to sum it up, next time you get a nasty comment, read the comment, walk away for 10 minutes, maybe go look at their profile, private message them back. That's another thing, don't argue in the comments section. Okay, you can, if you want to clear something up and you're not sure about something, and that's another thing as well. I'm going off into loads of little subtopics here. Watch your video. If you're paranoid that you've said something and someone's telling you you've said something, which again has happened to me recently, go back and watch the video. Okay? And just to make sure, if you've said something that you shouldn't have, or you've said something, maybe you were racist, or maybe something came across as racism or sexist, or something like that, really just correct that. You know, if it's coming across as something and you didn't mean it to be that way, correct that straight away, because that will probably be why you're receiving negative comments. If you've turned around and said, oh, I hate Harry Potter, first thing I came to, if you turn around and say that, you're probably going to get half the people aren't going to like you. You know, don't sit there and disrespect something.